Hi guys, my name is John O'McNeil and today we're talking a little bit about the tongue and the influence of the tongue on the vocal tract. Now for those of you who think that this is perhaps not very relevant to you, perhaps that's not the case. The tongue is a really influential part of your ability to sing, and oftentimes in a negative way. The tongue goes right through to down to the larynx here. It starts around here, the root of the tongue it starts here, and then we have the tip of the tongue at the front. Now that's very muscular, and it's actually it can get very tight and tense. Now, if you're often feeling a lot of tension in your throat when you go up for a high note, it's highly likely that it's the tongue. And we can not only feel the tongue, but we can hear it in our voice. You'll hear the sound getting tighter or lessening in resonance, and it can really affect your ability to get high notes as well. TRT is what I want you to remember. Tongue root tension, it stands for. Now, tongue root tension is simply tension in the root of the tongue. If you feel a bit vulnerable or you're feeling a little bit like you're a bit worried about a high note, oftentimes that tongue will come in really close to the back of the mouth just to try and protect itself. It's very psychosomatic. And so what we want to do is unwind that tongue root tension, or we want to just almost get a little of that tension out of the tongue. We're going to do that with a couple of stretches. And I've got Caz here with me again, and we're going to be working with a couple of stretches that you might want to try at home. So firstly, we're going to take the tip of the tongue and we're going to put it behind the bottom teeth and then stretch out the middle of the tongue. It looks a bit like this. Do you want to try it? So keep your lips open and then stretch out the middle of your tongue. That's it, right out. That's it. And we're going to hold it there for 10 counts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I know for a fact that Caz has been working on her TRT, so her tongue looks okay. But if you're experiencing a lot of difficulty with your tongue, you'll know, because you'll feel quite an ache around the root of your tongue, or you might even see in the mirror that it's trembling a lot. That's a surefire way, and some people find a little bit of thickness around this area of their tongue as well. So, tongue root tension there. Now, we're going to now try an exercise involving singing as well that's going to help us to eradicate perhaps some of that tongue root tension whilst singing. So, we're going to firstly stick the tongue directly out of the mouth, Caz, and then we're going to clamp it in with the teeth like this. That's it. Now, Caz doesn't actually have a very long tongue, but that's okay. We can still work with that. Now, so stick it out and then clamp it in. That's right, and we're going to keep it there, and we're going to sing an arpeggio, really basic. So what we're going to do is sing up a major arpeggio and then down a dominant 7. I'll sing it for you. Can you try that up the octave for me? Okay. Stick the tongue out, clamp it in, and sing up that arpeggio. Now, I already know that her tongue doesn't really like that. It's trembling a little bit outside of her mouth, and it's saying, oh, I don't like this. That's actually a good sign. The more you train your voice like that, the more the tongue will start to trust those high notes, particularly in the area where it feels most vulnerable. Let's try it again, Caz. Now, start nice and strong down the bottom, and then press that sound out right to the top. Good. Let's take it up a semitone. Good, and one more semitone.
Sorry, I'll
That's all right. Good. And even after those couple, I can see that tongue starting to relax a little bit more, and that's a really good sign that we're getting the right training into the tongue. And the more the tongue realizes that those high notes aren't as great a threat as what it thinks, the more it will start to relax, and it will make your life a whole lot easier, particularly when it comes to doing that hard singing, those songs you're really scared of, and those big high notes that we all try to avoid sometimes.
I felt a little bit stupid, like just sticking my tongue out, but I felt that if my tongue was shaking, I knew that it was getting tense. So the more I loosened it, the more I was able to reach those notes like more fluently and things like that. And I was able to reach the notes without effort, without effort. So like, just relax it. And I had such a fear of just reaching higher notes. I remember having those horrible fears. The more I just relax, just think that you're about to have a cup of tea afterwards or something like that. It just be as relaxed as that, and then just chill, and then just have a go, and then everything will feel a lot lighter, and just more relaxed and loose. Not heavy and tense and scared.
That's tongue root tension, TRT. See if you can try some of those stretches and that particular exercise at home. I hope it helps.